Yeah. And that's what this is all about, isn't it? So this is welcome to boot camp, everyone. I think we're going, Mads, we're just going to check that we are live on Facebook, we are live on Instagram, and we are live in boot camp, and we are on Zoom. We're everywhere. We are yeah, we're talking all about community and how, like, as a therapist ourselves, and I think we've got a lot of other therapists in the group here too, that how we've just got this thing in us who want to help other people. And that's how it started with me when I started my first clinic when I was 19. And it was a figure toning salon. I started with one client, and then that turned to three, then that turned to seven, and then it turned to nine. And then I was quickly booked out. And have you seen the machines, ladies, where you hop on it and one moves your legs like this and the other one massages, sort of like the Gloria Marshall
Yeah.
type days. And it was so much fun. There were people who had mobility issues. There were people who didn't want to go to a normal gym. And everyone just came together. We had youngies and oldies and in-betweenies, and everyone just would help each other out. And then I would be massaging on the side as well because I became a remedial massage therapist. I'd be massaging and then helping everybody doing their exercises. And then just that community spirit of one person saying, "Oh, it helped me out here," and the other person, "Oh, okay," and then changing. So one would hop on and sit on the wobbly massaging the bum. The other one would lay down, and the other one would turn over and massage the front of their legs. And just all of this movement, all of this changing in people's body, they were getting great results. They started to eat better without even really trying because at that time I was just a remedial, not just, but you know what I'm saying, remedial massage therapist. And I wasn't a qualified naturopath nutritionist. I couldn't talk too much about food. But what I could see is these clients of mine were wanting to change their food, were wanting to move their bodies more, were wanting to do all the things that we know, all the things that we know that we should be doing. They were just encouraging, their body was just saying, "I'm ready to do that now," and these little steps of changing. And the mobility increased, the going on holidays for a lot of them where they thought that they wouldn't be able to do it. A lot of ladies got their period back, and it was like they're like, Chelsey, what are you doing to me? I'm like, "I'm making you younger." Like I didn't really know what was happening. I didn't know the whys. And then I started including compression into the clinic and found out about this thing called the lymphatic system. And like at the time, I was never taught anything about it in massage school about the lymphatic system. I was never taught that there are, you know, there's no pump to move this 15 liters of lymph around your body. I wasn't told not to push down, like away. Why would we push away when all of the lymph needs to flow towards your heart? So if you ever go and have massages and you've got your therapist like pushing deeply, like it's okay to do a nice easy downstroke, okay? Everyone likes a nice easy downstroke, but when they're pulling away, I went and had a massage once, and I said, "Look, why are you going down my leg, and why are you doing this?" He says, "Feel good on my arm." It had nothing to do with me and my body and how it reacted with myself. It was just had to do with the massage therapist's arm. It's like when I ask um, educators, the massage educators now, "Why do you start massaging somebody laying face down?" And they're like, "Oh, um, with they think for a little while. Oh, maybe because the client is a little bit anxious and shy, and it's easier for the client if they just put their head in the hole and like shut up and don't have to communicate with the therapist." And that's the answer from the educators. And I think that's the best answer ever because that means that we can change it, right? We need to start massaging at the chest first. And how all this started is because I was massaging in my figure toning clinic, and because I talk a lot and I like connecting to my people, my hand would go on their heart. And I would do a little bit of a wiggle and a little bit of a wobble, and then my hand would slowly move to their boobs. And then I could feel some roughness. I could feel, just feel with me if you want to. Feel if there's any tightness in your chest. Feel if it's like a rocky road. Feel if there's any lumps and bumps there. So this can mean a couple of things. It can mean you're iodine deficient. It can mean that you are really congested and you might have frozen shoulders and sore neck and all the tissue. Like tissue should flow. It shouldn't be, I just lost my bracelet. It shouldn't be really tight and stringy. It could mean that you're wearing your bra's too tight. It could mean that you've had breast surgery, so you've had fake boobs put in or fake boobs taken out. It can mean that you have had breast cancer and you've gone ahead and had your breast, like a mastectomy, done. It could mean a lot of things, but, please just check what is going on in this tissue, because I found out I would have a bit of a feel around and go, oh, what's happening here? And then I would continue my massage, go around, and I was known then as Cruella because I did deep tissue elbow work. And then I'd come back and then I'd feel all around the chest, and a lot of those lumps and bumps were gone. And I was like, holy shit, what have I done? And then I learned all about the lymphatic system. So you'll learn a lot that from our therapists on here. I think I've taught 400, nearly 400 practitioners now, the Chelsey Gene method, which I love and I'm so grateful for, because we need to reach 5 million women. That's my goal across the globe, to reach 5 million women and learn and teach all about lymphatic health and teach about self-care. And just as a little disclaimer here, I want to start off by saying, like, no one's perfect. I don't know what is going on in your life. All right. I read a lot about what's going on in your life. I get a lot of PMs. I get a lot of messages into BooB Camp, and there's a lot of tears when I'm reading them. And it's one thing after the other. And I'm like, holy Moses, like how grateful I am to have my health. Because, well, as my health in the best way that I've got, but no one is perfect. So, I know that a lot of you have got a lot of things going on, and I don't want to add something to your plate of, oh, now I have to do this. But if by adding some lymphatic self-care can help out with the load of things that you're dealing with, I think that I'm going to keep on sharing this because I know that it helps with me. And I know that me turning up every month or every day in answering 4 hours a day, answering questions in Facebook and in BooB Camp, changes lives. So all I'm asking really is for everyone. Oh, Mads forgot to press record.
Sorry, don't worry. I still have the full video. I can still download it in Facebook. I thought I
Oh,
pressed it.
okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
don't
All
worry.
right. I should have reminded you again. But this is just all about doing your best. Okay. So, now I've gone little up on the screen. What do I press to go big? Is there anything I can press to go big back up on the screen?
You're big on our screen.
I'm big on your screen?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So, can everyone just do their best? Yeah. That's all we're going to ask for tonight. And the other thing is I am going to have a little bit of rant later on, if that's okay. And what else did I want to say? Oh, we'll just go with the flow. Okay, everyone okay with that? Just know that this is my truth. This is just what I see and do. And like, this is 30 years. So it's 30 years since I've opened my little clinic, and there's been a lot happened since then, specializing in lymphatic health, naturopath. I opened my day spa, like all of the things that's been happening in my life. So this is just a collection of all the things sharing with you. But this is just coming back down to, can we just do our best? Okay. All right. So talking about the lymphatic system, 15 liters of fluid in our body. It's pretty intense, right? When we have 5 liters of blood and all the other fluid, our cells are, just sitting in this fluid. And how good that fluid is depends on how well your cells are fed and how easily they can excrete the shit that's in them, how we can detoxify. So if you think about your kitchen sink and the water in the sink, if there is the fat's going to sort of sit on top, and who knows what you've washed up from the night before, and then some bugs and different things come in. If your plug is grotty and even stuck and only can filter through, if you've got one of those plugs that has the little grate in it, and you open that up, and then some clean water can get through, but the gunky stuff's going to be left there, isn't it? And then the only way you get rid of that gunky stuff is if you add more water, and then you can add more water and add more water. And you have to keep these lymph nodes, these plugs, as healthy and as clean as we can. Nothing's going to be able to flow through a sponge that is full of oil, that is full of fat. It's going to get stuck and clogged up and backed up. So your lymphatic system, you have nodes. You've got 300 just in this section, just this top section. You've got so many underneath your arms, around your neck, and around your chest, and then another 300 odd in your belly. So these lymph nodes are like toilets, are like the sink, are like the plug. If we can keep them healthy, your immune system lives in there, your T cells, your B cells, all of the security that your body has. So we've got security as our tonsils. And what happens? Most of us get them ripped out. Okay, so we lose that. We lose that security of our tonsils. And then we have our appendix, where, a lot of our new bacteria, is made. So we lose a lot of that too. We've had our appendix out. When I just won't go into my rant soon as quick as I was going to. But we have to keep up our line of defense. So our immune system has to be able to work its best. And to do that, we need to support it with nutrition, and we have to keep the junk down low. So when this lymphatic fluid is going through our body and it is picking up toxins, it's picking up viruses, it's picking up parasites or the proteins. Right? Is everyone okay? We're picking up all the proteins that can get stuck in your body, and we're taking them all to those lymph nodes. That's like a security guard, and it's going through and it's going, yes, okay, you're good, you're bad, you're good, you're bad. If there's more baddies, think about a bank account. All right? Let's think about it like a bank account. We have to make deposits, like good deposits. Things that we're doing. So write down in the comments, in the chat, tell me about what are the good things. Oh no, chat. Has anyone written in the chat box yet? All right. Meeting chat. Okay. Hello. Hey, Trace. Mwah. Trace came on our retreat last month. Loved it. Love her. Catherine was on our retreat last month. Nikki was on our retreat last month. Leonie was on our retreat last month. Had the best time. We rocked it. Okay, so in the chat, tell me in the chat, what are the things that you're doing when you're depositing, when you're adding to your bank account, to your body's bank account? Let's talk about those. Drinking water, adding to the sink, like adding to the flushing through. Sunshine. Sunshine is number one. You're going to get dementia if you don't have vitamin D. 80% of people, nearly 90% of people have low vitamin D, and 80% of those are going to end up with dementia. Just the facts. I went to have a look at some facts before I jumped on tonight, and it was just too depressing. None of them are getting better. So I'm not even going to go into the facts. What is it? 70% of people in America are now obese. 1 in 3 women who have a breast cancer surgery will end up with lymphedema. 1 in 8 women have lipedema. They're just all depressing. They are just really, really depressing. So the things that you can do to add to the deposits, to the bank account: moving your body, smiling, doing things that you love doing, eating nutritious food, Yet all those things that we take for granted, we deposit, we deposit, we deposit. The things that are going to be withdrawals, okay? Alcohol, yes. Alcohol is a withdrawal. Processed foods is a withdrawal. Stress.
Stress.
Stress. Jinx, Ebony. Stress is a massive, massive withdrawal. Past operations, if you've had any operations, withdrawal. Taking any pharmaceutical drugs, withdrawal. Headaches, yes. So all of these things are a withdrawal from your bank account. So have a little think about it. Even if you started writing them down, what are the good things that I'm doing? What are the bad things that I'm doing? What are the things that I've done over my past that might have been a massive, big withdrawal that I'm going to have to really work my butt off now to put the deposits in? Could I spend a month being so super clean? Could I go for a walk every day for a month? Can I drink 2.5 liters, 3 liters of water every day for a month? What are some things that you can do that's not going to cost you anything that you can really add to your deposits now? Because I tell you, you're better off adding to them now before you get the cancer diagnosis or whatever else is going on these days, which the numbers are out of control. So what can I do to add deposits? Because everybody can. Because we're just only asking you to do the best of what you can do now. Yeah? So what we're trying to do really is keep our body as clean as possible. It is really hard to do. We're up against it. The air that we breathe, the water is fully toxic with all the chemicals, all the pharmaceuticals, all the easy ways to do things. We're really up against it. But your lymphatic system never stops cleaning. It loves you. You just have to help it be the best cleaning lady that it can be. Okay, give it the things that it needs. Give it the mop, give it the bucket, the fiber running through. So we all need to poo. We all need to poo 3 times a day. If you eat 3 times a day, I need you to poo 3 times a day. If you are, constipated, if your bowels aren't working properly, go there first. Because there is no point of us doing the glove sequence and mixing everything up unless your bowels are working. Unless you need to pee, you need to poo. That has to be a massive priority. So what can you do to poo better? You can vitamin C, you can prunes, you can drink more water, you can move your body. Think about what, sea salt, fantastic. Cream of tartar. I'm not sure about that one.
That's for adrenals with orange and something got salt, I think.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So definitely do the Celtic salt. Danella, love you, babe. Water, moving, laughing, singing. Yes. Yes, adding salt to water. Kelly, yep, the jab. The jab has really stuffed so many people up. And that's why we're bringing in the Rejuvenest in the sauna. That's why we're bringing out some frequency healing so we can help all of the vaccine injured people. Oh, Superior Soda gets your bowels working. Yet magnesium oil definitely helps as well. So all of the things that you can do to help your body rid. Even before we start this, I need your body to be able to let go. All right. So number 1, bowels. And then think of your liver, because your liver, we're pushing a lot of junk towards your liver. So think of the things that you can do to help your liver. It has to process a lot, and hormones, and so it's hormones are moved through your lymphatic system. It's massive. Vitamin A, vitamin D, vitamin E, coenzyme Q10. Now, if you are on a statin, if the doctor has put you on a statin, it means that your body will no longer make coenzyme Q10. So you're going to be lots of aches and lots of pains, and you're going to age a lot faster without coenzyme Q10. So please, if you are on a statin, make sure you are taking coenzyme Q10 as well.
What is that?
What is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can take it. It's a fat soluble. It's your body makes coenzyme. It's a cholesterol, like a cholesterol. Your body makes it, but what a statin does, a statin stops cholesterol from being made and stops anything that's fat related getting made in your body itself.
Wow.
So it's called ubiquinol, Ubiquinol, something like that. Ubiquinol, 300 milligrams. So every day, take that with fat. Take it with a fat. Really, really important to do. There are so many different supplements that are really important to do. You can no longer get your nutrition just from fruit and veggies, everyone. Sorry to say, but everyone will need to supplement. As well. And another thing that we've found out, who told me? Catherine. Catherine, I think you told me, babe, about about Dr. Perry saying that only half of women have a cysternocyle lymph nodes in their belly. Is that right? Yeah. So that means that the way that we are doing lymph, where we're really targeting at the top and opening up all of the top section first, if half of the women don't have that major lymph node vessel in your belly, then pushing towards the heart is going to work for everyone. Like we're only learning so much, like little bits at a time, because pharmaceutical companies can't make any money out of the lymphatic system. So why are they going to talk to you about it? Why are they going to tell you about it? Why would they want you healing naturally? And this is when I'm going to get onto my rant, which I might lose half of you here, but I'm going to do it. This month is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, right? And you see those stickers that say fuck cancer. Well, I'm saying fuck raising money for breast cancer. Because they know what causes cancer. I went to the breast cancer conference. It was held here at the entertainment center, the big center in not the entertainment center, the big one here in Brisbane. Sold out, big screens, massive, millions spent. I'm the only naturopath turns up, and I've got a shirt that just says boobs written across it, and I'm the only one also not wearing a mask because it was, around those COVID times. So a lot of the surgeons and people didn't want anything to do with me. But the one thing that made my mind up with this is it was all about BRCA1, BRCA2, and they had a circle where they drew I don't have a plain bit of paper, but they drew a circle, and then they had a section cut out, and all we talked about
Was that
was
little stick?
was the genetic part of breast cancer. The whole weekend was all about, when we remove one breast, should we remove two, or should we just make because the amount of money that then it costs to remove two was just like the whole time was about that. And it got to the end, and I was sitting at a table, and I said to them, I said, we've learned about this pie chart for 2 days. There's been really pretty pictures, and you've had people from all over the world, to come in to tell the stories about, the surgeries and things. I said, so we've talked all about this. Can you tell me what's the rest of the pie? What's the rest of the graph? And she's like, okay. Like, she's like, that I'm stupid. She's like, oh yeah. Yeah. Well, we all know what that is. And okay, so can you please tell? I'm like, oh, okay.
Alternatives.
I'm just a dumb naturopath. And she says, oh, that's unknown factors.
Or alternatives.
That's unknown factors. So not once throughout the whole Congress did we talk about food, do we talk about pollutants, do we talk about lifestyle, the things that we can and can't do. So this is why, like, I am happy to support any woman. I even tried to get my gloves and to to donate a pair of gloves to every woman that's been diagnosed with breast cancer, and I was told no, because it's too confusing and we don't have any education for the women. We don't, if we can give them a pair of gloves, we don't have any education, so it'd just be too confusing. So goodbye. So hopefully you can understand my rant when it comes to breast cancer. I'm happy to support any woman going through it, but I am not going to support a system that has this. Yeah, so there's my little rant for the breast cancer month. So you won't see any pink ribbons going on in my life, or any money going towards that. Okay, rant done. Okay, we need to get the garbage out, and your body has to get the garbage out, and sometimes it collects the garbage, and it's called like a tumor. So if you're collecting rubbish in your garbage bin in the kitchen, you're not going to then take it out to the lounge room and then stab it open for all the shit to go over the lounge room floor, are you? So just be careful when you're choosing to have like a tumor. Just means that your body is storing all of those toxins, and you really need to work on your lymphatic system more. You really need to clean your body more. We need to get to the root cause of things, is what I'm trying to say when it comes to looking after our body and the things that we can do. Can everyone drink more water? Yeah. Can you have a look at your body and see where the inflammation actually is? All right. So where is your pain? What's going on in that area? Think about what's causing it. What is causing that pain in your body? Are you not moving enough? Are you not breathing enough? Are you stressed out of your brain? Like, what can you do? What emotions are going on up in your head? Like, I know that like last month I had a UTI, and I ignored it a bit, and I ignored it, and I thought, oh, okay, I can just take some D-Manos, and I can go on my Ural, and I can just, do some little things. Then it got to a point where, holy smokes, it was painful. And then I doubled up on everything, but it was a little bit too late. And lucky enough, I have the most beautiful naturopath bestie, Tia Brennan, and she's going to come in and talk to us all on Wednesday night, because you can die from a UTI infection, and the changes that it can make downstairs, like your vaginal health and what's going on down there. So then I went on a one lot of antibiotics, and so that's going to take 3 years to get my gut back, because I went on one lot of antibiotics, and 80% chance of now getting depression because I went on that antibiotics. Yeah, these are things that we all need to know. What are we doing to our children? We've taken away their tonsils, and then they're going on some antibiotics, and then the sugars and all the different things. So my plan has been, okay, well, I'm going to do a gut reset. So I have been taking the wormwood and the VitaCleanse, and I've been taking the ivermectin in the Equimac in the horse paste. So I've been doing these things to clean out. I've taken the antibiotics, so I may as well keep cleaning out my gut. And then I will start adding the good stuff back in. So my tummy's bloating up, and it's going, what's going on here? And then it's going back down again. And then it's like, there's a lot of changes going on. And that's why I'm just saying, like, be nice to you, know where you're at and what you're doing. Because then next month, I'm going to start by building and putting all of the good bacteria back into my belly. So because we know that our gut is how our brain works. 95% of our serotonin, our dopamine, how good we feel depends on what's happening in my gut. So I have, the last couple of weeks, I've had Leonie ringing me, sending me messages every second day. Chelsey, are you okay? I can tell that you're stressed. What's going on? Do you want to talk? She can tell that my gut is that my head's not right because my gut's not right. Right? This is why you have people in your life to show up for you. and to care. And I know that I've got so many of you, and Catherine sent me a message, last week as well. Hey, Chelsey, I'm just feeling there's something going on with you. Yeah, there is. So, thank you, my loves. And I thank you for being here for me as much as don't make me cry. Woo! But this is the importance of having this community, being able to share, but knowing what's going on. So I know that I'm going to be a little bit wacky up here with all the stuff that's going on because my gut, I am bombing it. I am putting bombs in there to kill the bad bacteria. I can tell from my tongue that I've got candida from having that. See how white it is?
Mm.
Okay, so that's when you can tell that you're bombing all of the baddies because they're coming up and out. My sweat, I've been sweaty, I've been stinky. It's all that it's coming out. So when you start using your gloves, it's going to be the same. You're going to be a bit stinky. You're going to be a bit yucky. You're going to be, you might bite someone's head off a little bit as well. So with everything that's all coming out, when you worm a horse, worms actually come out of their skin. So you're going to see hives, you're going to see redness, you're going to see a change in your skin because your skin represents your gut. So what's happening on the inside is we are seen on the outside of our body. So just know that when you start detoxifying, yeah, you're going to have headaches. You might have a nasal drip. Oh, did you see my story? Like Sunday, I spent 3 hours last Sunday, I spent 3 hours on my harmonizing mat, which is the mat out of the Rejuvenist. I did have a glass of wine while I was sitting on the mat, but, balance. But, like I spent 3 hours on the mat. Monday morning, I got up, I was snotty, I was heavy in my head, I was really lethargic, I was feeling gross. And I'm like, oh my God, like I'm getting sick. It's my turn because the kids were sick, last month. So now it's my turn to get sick, to start to have that detoxification come out because that's what happens with the change of season. And then I thought, oh, I spent 3 hours yesterday on the harmonizing mat. So what the harmonizing mat does, it puts out this beautiful high frequency. So your cells want to meet that frequency, and there's a big die off that happens. So that die off has just landed in my lymphatic system, and I've gone, bleh. My liver has gone, bleh. And everything is just terrible. So I thought that's what's happened. Drink my water, have my vitamin C, do what can I do to support my liver? What can I do to support my body? And then Tuesday, boom, back, fantastic. Okay. So just know when you're doing this detoxification, when you're using your gloves, and I use my gloves, but this is hopping on the harmonizing mat and using the frequency to get a big dump taken out of my body. Right. So is there any questions for me that I need to answer before we go on to the glove demo? I think this is my notes before. So no one's perfect. Do your best. Look for inflammation. Facts. Facts suck. Then breast cancer sucks. And then bank account deposits, withdrawals, garbage bag, tumor. Woo! I've done my list and I'm up to demo. So any questions?
Yeah, I've got one.
Yes, babe.
I just started doing your online lymphatic massage and that, and last Sunday, I went over my body, feel for nodules and that. And I found a nodule in my pelvic area, and I worked on it a bit, and it got really sore. Is that just a blocked node?
Yeah. So just be gentle
Yeah.
with it, okay, and then go back the next day and then do another little bit of a massage, but massage the next area up. So now I would massage your tummy to figure out, okay, what's going on tummy, that then through my pelvis area, it's stuck in my pelvis. So like, have you had any tummy operations?
I had a clean out because I had a high HPV.
Yeah.
So that's what I was thinking. That's the blocked node from.
That's right. Yes. Yes. So just do some work there and really breathe, like really expand your tummy and breathe while you're doing the gloves as well. So get the internal pump working in the breath, and then work on your tummy, work on the upper areas first, and then just be like, know that it's there, but just be a little bit gentle, and maybe put some castor oil. So just go thick.
Yep.
Okay, so use the castor oil pad.
Please. Yeah.
Yeah, so just get a so castor oil, just get a pad, like a period pad, and just whack that on the area.
Because it
That's
has loosened.
Yeah, good. Let's do a Barbara O'Neill on
Yep.
it. Yes.
Yeah. Cool.
Cool. Okay, just joined. Sorry for repeat. How do I know when my lymph system is working well? I've just started using puffiness is reducing, but keen to know the signs of improving. Okay, so the signs of improving are that you will notice a shift. You'll notice that fluid, because we hold a lot of water weight in our body. So water weight, why do we need water? To put out fires, to put out inflammation. So if we're not drinking enough water, we're going to hold on, and we've got fires that are going on in our body. Our body will either hold on to extra water, and the other thing that's going to do is going to use calcium. It's going to use calcium out of your bones. It's going to use calcium out of your blood vessels, calcium out of your skin. So it's calcium that puts out the fire. And that's why we end up getting osteoporosis, because our body is too acidic, and it uses calcium as the alkaline tool. So the things that you're going to notice are fluid changes in your body as you're improving. You'll notice you'll be thinking clearer, better energy. So your fatigue levels will be going down. So cleaner. So your liver markers will probably be looking better as well. You probably will be looking for better foods, less puffy, more movement, more excited for life, really, is what happens, is what you're looking for. Great question on Instagram. Oh, we've got 60 people live on Instagram. That's cool. All right. Should we be using the mitts while undergoing chemo for breast cancer? Okay, so the Cancer Council on their website say that massage is great to do. So massage is not contraindicated at all. But remember, chemotherapy is a massive toxin that's going into your body. I would be supporting your lymphatic system the best that you can. So please make sure that your diet is the cleanest. So you're only eating alkaline food. So just everything is alkaline. You cannot put anything acidic into your body at all. I would definitely be using, so me personally, I would be doing everything that I can to help my lymphatic system, because that's your immune system. You're building your immune system. Yeah, that's what I would be doing. But I'm happy if anybody else has got an opinion on that to also share. Remember, when you're going in having chemo, I've gone in with a friend who was having chemo. They're all wearing hazmat suits. Okay, all the nurses in there, they're all the doctors, they're all wearing hazmat, big protective suits. So this is a big chemical. I tell my therapist, if somebody is actively having chemo, that I wouldn't see a client who is actively having chemo, because I don't know how long that stuff's going to radiate out of their body for. So it's looking after yourself is the best thing that you can do when you're going through chemo, and helping your body put the fire out as much as possible, and support, alkaline. Will your gloves assist with my non-alcoholic fatty liver? Yes. Thyroid? Yes. And leaky gut? Yes. So all of those are very connected, Linda. So everything that we're talking about tonight is going to help. What I love about the thyroid too is we have to be able to touch ourselves. We need to be able to touch it. We can pump our liver. What do we do to get our thyroid going? Girls who've been been with me for a couple of years, we grab it, right? Grab your thyroid here. Give it a wiggle from side to side. You'll hear it go crunch, crunch. Yeah? Every day. Grab your thyroid, give it a wiggle, tell it that you love it. You can pump your liver. You can get in underneath your rib cage. Right underneath here. You can get in, right? And you can just pump up all around that area and give it some love. Leaky gut, zinc, and all of these I would do a worm out as well. Definitely do a worm out, take zinc, glutathione. I have stage 3 to 4 lipedema, hoping this will help. It will. We have a lot of lipedema ladies in this community. I love seeing the before and after photos. I love the support. It definitely will help with lipedema. I'm in stage 4 lipo lymphedema, and it does help, particularly using the gloves with the creams and the magnesium spray. Thanks, Nick. Yeah, let me tell you that lipedema, this is a full-time job. As soon as you say lipedema, lymphedema, you're adding 3 hours a day minimum, Nick. You reckon? Like my lymphedema, lipedema girls, like 3 hours a day of care to stay on top of your condition. That's what it is. It is using your gloves 2, 3, 4 times a day. And I know that it hurts, and I know that it takes a lot of effort, but honestly, yeah, using your gloves. So pacemaker, no, you can't use the magnetic balls with a pacemaker. And please make sure that you're using our lymphatic cream. And I bottle this. We make this cream ourselves. Yes, the gloves are made in China. I went to China twice last year. They get manufactured just for us for the requirements that I have. Yes, they are made out of PVC. It's medical grade PVC. You will never have to, you'll get years out of them. Years and years. Like we've still got ladies with their original gloves. So, yes, they are, but they're a tool. And remember, we're not trying to be perfect. We're just trying to do something that is affordable and that will last. The cream, if you haven't used the cream, please give this a go. We have castor oil, MCT oil in here, lots of arnica, so much arnica, frankincense, goji white cypress, so many different essential oils in here that is going to stimulate. You are going to get a little bit red. This is a stimulation cream. It's really big on moisture as well, because we need, like how we felt through our breast, felt through the tissue. I needed to make a cream that is going to plump up that tissue, because nothing is going to work when it's all sucked in and dry. Okay, nothing is going to flow through. We need the skin, especially with our lipedema and lymphedema, we need healthy skin. And this is how we're attacking it from the outside, right? As well as all of the lifestyle and all the food things that we're talking about from the inside as well. And then you're going to use your magnesium spray, which I have out on the balcony, because it also helps get rid of midges. So I've tipped it in the vaporizer, and we sprayed it on ourselves, and that means that we're not going to get attacked by midges. There we go. Leonie's got it there, the magnesium. No, I actually don't have one in here. It is out there. And then we've got our face biotics cream. Have a look at getting the pack, please. It's the special bundle online, and we have directions to follow in here with our pamphlet, and then the information. So if you'd like to know what ingredients there are in the creams, They're all listed here. And there's a dot next to the ingredients to what cream, or if it's in the magnesium or in the face cream as well. So yeah, please grab out, and you can download that off the website too, but it comes in all of the gloves, in the glove boxes and the kits. Okay. The other thing that I'd really like you to think about doing is our hair test. So the hair test is going to help you know exactly what to eat and what not to eat. It's a way of doing a test that you get your results back within 1 to 2 weeks. Test it against a little bit of your hair, a little bit off the ends. We don't need the root. And we're going to put it against 500 different foods and household products. And it's going to come up in red the things that you can't have, and then in black the things that you can have. Instantly, you're going to change everything. You'll change your gut health straight away, because it'll say no to chicken. Most, like 70% says no to chicken. It'll say no to Colgate toothpaste. 99% of the time, no to Colgate toothpaste. It'll tell you whether you can have red wine or white wine or none. If broccoli's good for you, if you should have Helga's bread, or if you should have wholemeal tip top bread, or it'll tell you exactly the brand and the make of things to have. So please have a look at doing our hair test if you want to help with your gut health and get on top of it straight away. And I think that we are now right to do the demo. Okay. All right. So if you have your gloves, is there anybody here who does not have gloves? Is this, who's brand new? Jules, you're brand new. Amazing. Trish, you're brand new. Okay. Beautiful. You've got the spiky side of your glove, and you've got the magnetic rollerball side of your glove. Now, the spiky side of the glove is best to do on bare skin. So I don't mind if you get up in the morning and you sleep naked and you're like, okay, now I need to do my gloves. If it's before the shower, if it's after the shower, it's whenever you are comfortable with having no clothes on. It is good to do before the shower because you can get rid of any dry skin. But if you forget and you get out of the shower and you're like, oh, I forgot to do my gloves, who cares? Just do it. There is no big rules in this. The only rule is you have to follow the sequence. And no matter if you're using the rollerball side or the spiky side, we're all going to start at the chest. Because if you have a think of a hose, and if a hose has got a kink in it, okay, we have to unkink the hose so then everything can flow through. So your lymphatic system, all of the lymph comes back up into your circulatory system at your heart. So it just seems to me logical that you're going to unblock through the heart area first. There is no point treating your body like a tube of toothpaste and squeezing the end of the toothpaste with the lid still on. Yeah? Let's pop the cork. Let's make sure we take the plug out of the sink, and then we start moving the lymph around, because there are so many different reasons why this lymph might not be able to get up to the chest. So all we're doing is helping your body. So just like Tarzan, just like the haka, all right, we're going to open up. Now, how hard you do this depends on how good your skin is. I know that there's a lot of ladies in this group who have said, oh my God, it's bruising, it's ripping my skin, like it's not good. But then after 2 months or so of using the cream and the gloves, like Chelsey, my skin is amazing. It's so good. It's come back really strong. Just know, if your skin is sensitive, tap over the top of your clothes. We're working on the myelinated nerve endings. So the nerves that live just underneath your skin, getting that soft touch going with the gloves. Now, my type of lymphatic massage is way different to the lymphatic massage that you are going to see the Lymphedema Association and the Lipedema Association recommend. They're going to recommend you do this soft touch bullshit, right? This this little, don't swear, this little touchy feely shit that is not going to make a difference. I'm sorry, but our sink is full of grot. We need to scrub our sinks. And lymph runs deep. So please make sure that you go as hard as you can, whether it's patting, whether it's just pressing. I don't want you to rip yourself to shreds, but I want an intention here. I want an effort. I need you to breathe while you're doing this. I need to make sure that your shoulders are nice and relaxed. You can move your neck from side to side because nothing is going to flow if you're all really tight. All right, so then once we've opened up the toilet seats all through the top, we're going to then brush towards the middle. Brush towards the middle there. And we're all pretending that we're naked, right? And we're brushing, brushing, brushing. All right, once we've opened up through all of the top section, we're then going to go the next part, our arms. We're going to go from our elbow to our shoulder. Brushing, brushing, brushing. Okay. Now, if you are losing weight or if you want to lose weight and you want to tighten up your skin, are you going to do this more or less? More, that's right. And you're going to make it a little bit harder. Make that collagen really work. And then from your wrist all the way down to your armpit. You should not have an outie pit, an out pit. You should have an in pit. Use the end of your gloves to really massage in around these nodes in your underarms. Remember to breathe. So just pumping through those nodes underneath your arms. And then once you've done that arm, wave it in the air, shake it all about. Beautiful. And then we're going to do our other side. Go, Kath. Awesome, Alana. Thank you, Camille. Eb. And Miss Madame Leonie. Okay, the other side. Going down, turning the light bulb. Beautiful. Okay, so that's this top section done with the spiky side. Let's do the face while we're here. Our glymphatic system, you might not have heard of. Doctors, you say glymphatic to a doctor and they go, what is that? Your glymphatic system is the lymphatic system of your brain. It's where the brain waste goes into. And how we dump that is that we need to be sleeping, ladies. And sleeping on your left-hand side. And it all needs to drain here to your heart again. So never are we going to press up. We are never going to press up. We are going to drain our brain, drain our face down towards our heart. So you can use your fingers, you can use a toothbrush, which I must have used, taken into the bathroom. Down, 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 down. Now, then we're going to go from our chin across to our ear. Across. You can use your gua sha, you can use a toothbrush, you can just use your fingers. You can take as long as you want. If you really want to get rid of any puffiness around the eyes, you can push, 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 push. Move your jaw around because if your jaw gets locked up here, nothing is going to flow. Okay? Move your jaw around and then come back down, get all around from your ear and down. So if you want to reduce the puffiness in your face, this is the way that you have to do it. You have to start at your heart, down your neck, then across. So draw a line down the middle, then go across to your ears, work your way up your forehead, across and across and across, and then draining that down. Okay, easy? Easy. All right, now we're going to get to the rest of the body. Now, around the boobs, we've got our gloves. Now, I'm going to use the ball side because I've got clothes on. All right? And Normally I would probably strip off, but I don't feel like doing that tonight. So and no bras. Okay, I've got a little singlet top on. Yeah, just little singlet top here. Try not to wear underwire bras. I'm going to use the ball side. And then we're going to work in. So still with the end of your, so we did, we didn't do the end in the other arm, but I'm glad, you know, so we got to do all in around your underarm. Get in between your boobs. This can be a really triggering point. This can be a really emotional point as well. So get in around your boobs, working down to your tummy. Okay. And then we're going to pat in a clockwise. And I know that it looks anti-clockwise because of the mirroring, but I'm going like a clock. From 1 to 3. So I'm going around in a clockwise formation. I'm breathing. I'm feeling for any adhesions. I'm feeling for any sore parts. And then I'm going back to front. Back to front. Okay. How long do you pop the cork for? I normally pop the cork for until I start burping. So in the morning, when I first do my sequence, I will stay in the top section until I can feel the bubbles coming up. So until I can feel my digestion coming. Will this help with the ringing in your ears? It hasn't helped with mine yet. I've still got tinnitus like crazy. Okay, so back to the front, back to the front. The next part is hips. So really get, if you can, lift your legs up, open up the hips, do a little bit of a twist. Other side, do a little bit of a twist and really open up through your hips. And then I'm just going to start massaging up, 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 up. Please make sure you change your undies each day. Don't wear the same undies because I can tell you'll have a line across here and then you'll have this big pouch sitting at the top of your legs. One day wear a boy leg, one day wear G-string, go without if you can, but just don't have the same undies every day. Up, 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 up. So 2 minutes, just like you brush your teeth, it should only take 2 minutes to do the sequence. Okay, up your bum, 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 bum. If you want to work on cellulite, you're going to do it a little bit longer. Same as the arms. And your cellulite is going to look worse before it looks better. Because cellulite is all this compacted tissue, we are adding the flow back to it. We're opening up the tissue so all the junk can get out. All the toxins can get out. Can you see how I'm doing the top section? Then I did the top section of both legs. That's what I've been doing lately. I haven't been doing like one full leg and then the other full leg. So that's okay. Every day, yes. You need to do your gloves, just like you brush your teeth. You need to do it every day, twice a day. Depends on how much you need to help your body, right? Brushing up, up, up. And then around your knees. You can get a pouch sitting at your knees. We had one beautiful lady write a comment, a story today in BooB CamP, how she's now lost 8 to 10 centimeters from around her knees. Did anybody else read that today? It was such a beautiful story. I'm so honored. Okay, so around the knees, and then up the calf muscle, around. It's a bit of a workout too. You can make it be a bit of a workout. You can put your foot on the toilet or on the bathtub, and then just, so if you do this before you exercise, you're going to train harder. So all of the athletes out there, if you want to have an advantage over your competitor, use your gloves beforehand because you are opening up. Oh, and then we do a little bit of a bounce. Okay, we do a little bit of a bounce, a little bit of a jiggle, and that's how we're moving and supporting and helping, because your lymph could be backed up for years, years and years. And if you're opening up the pathway before you exercise, then you're going to have a better flow. You're not going to have those trapped toxins. You're not going to keep the acids, the lactic acids, they're not going to get stuck in your tissue as fast. So you're going to be able to get some more reps and you're going to be able to run faster. And then also do the same sequence afterwards. So then you're helping the lactic acids and the waste to get out. I body brush. Does using the gloves mean no more body brushing? Yeah, so I've had a lot of European ladies have told me that they body brush every day, and they changed to the gloves, and they had some really big detoxification effects, and they've seen the difference from using the gloves. So yes, that's from people who have used a body brush every single day. When do we use the lymphatic cream? Okay. That's going to be a tomorrow night thing, everyone. Okay, so we've hit our 8:30. I did revel on a little bit about other stuff, but tomorrow night we're going to go through the 50 different ways to use the gloves, how to use the gloves, how to incorporate the lymphatic cream and the magnesium spray. I'll make sure I bring some from work, and the face cream, how to put it all in to sleep, food, and anything else that Chelsey, my gloves are splitting on the spiky side at the opening. Show me where. There. Okay. All right. Just send me an email, honey, and then I'll replace them for you. Okay. All right. So tomorrow we're going to be going into all of that, and then Wednesday night, I can't wait for Tia to talk to you about vaginal health, and then we're going to run through, a little bit of the story about why it was so important for me before I had my hysterectomy, and how much of a difference that made. If you are going in for any type of surgery, it is so important what goodies and baddies you've got going on down there. I have had no idea how important this is. So please join in Wednesday night as well. It is daylight saving time, so sorry about all of the muck up that we had, but it is on replay. Hello to everybody watching on replay as well. Yes. Okay. Any questions before we go? Yes, Kath.
When I use my gloves before bed, so in Melbourne now it's 9:30, so bedtime will be soon. I
Yes.
find I'm very energized from it and find it very hard to get to sleep. Yet
Yeah.
when I wake up in the morning, I'm very fluidy. Any ideas?
Yeah. Okay. So when you're using the gloves at night, I would just like you to go really nice and loving. And like, instead of being, yeah, let's go, let's do it with the intention of being calm. Okay. With the nice, easy flow. Like, if you can do it a little bit earlier on in the night, that would be good too. And then, are you having enough salt?
Salt.
Yeah. So just add some Celtic salt.
Okay, so I'm a naughty girl here. I've never liked the taste of salt, and I haven't had salt until very recently, since I was 7 years old.
Yeah. Yeah. So we need you to have salt, not just normal table salt, because it's
So
just glass.
Himalayan salt is what I'm using.
Yeah, the Himalayan or the Celtic salt.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
And I've been
salt.
told to put it in my drink bottle.
Yes. Oh, no. If you don't like the taste, just put a quarter of a teaspoon in a glass of water and just chuck it down.
Okay.
Yeah. Just salts.
So once a
Mineral.
day.
Yeah, we're all mineral deficient. So maybe do like an eighth in the morning and then an eighth in the afternoon.
Okay.
Okay. Yep. Salts. What about the apron overhang, please? Yes. So the apron overhang, same thing. Same thing as you're just going to have to really get in, bash it, pluck it, really move move that area. We need to get the circulation. We need to get the circulation to the areas that we want tightening. So, and collagen, and using the cream, using the lymphatic cream. Any other questions? Great. Okay. Is everyone okay with my rant tonight?
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Cool. All right. All right. So big love, everyone. So tomorrow night we'll be going through the routine, answering lots of questions. When to use the mag, how to use the mag, why to use the cream, and why you should put it in your belly button. You know, lots of amazing little tinkets like that. You are very welcome. So it'll be 8:30, not Queens, if you're not in Queensland. 7:30 for Queensland. Is that how it works?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Load of shit, this government. Like, just wants to confuse the shit out of us again. Just stupid. All right. Big love. Thanks, team.
Bye, darling.
Bye. See you tomorrow.
Yep.
Thank you, Instagram. Thank you, Facebook. Can I use the gloves without the cream? Yes, you can. Definitely use the gloves without the cream. Try a different cream at home though, because the magnetic ball side will might pinch if you've got loose skin. So you need to have a slip and use a moisturizer with the magnetic ball side. You're welcome. Okay, and now,
The end is near.
you know, so many
Nikki?
videos.
Nick?